Hi, my little butterflies. Welcome back to Reverse. This story is written by all of us. Now, as for the voice actors, I'll be playing the narrator, Plagg, and Dark Owl.
Hi, I'm Wheezy, and I'll be voicing Marinette / Ladybug / Lady Noir.
Hi, I'm January, and I'll be voicing Adrien / Chat Noir / Mr. Bug.
And again, I want to say sorry for the cringy stuff that you are about to witness. But alrighty, let's get on with the story. Part 12. Mr. Bug and Lady Noir, give me your Miraculouses. Hoo hoo! Dark Owl hooted. Mr. Bug hid behind the walls of the school, peeking ever so often to get a grasp of where Dark Owl was. He turned to Lady Noir.
We fought him before. This should be easy. Just go inside and cataclysm his computer.
Lady Noir smiled.
Yep, this'll be a piece of cake.
She winked at him before swiftly moving past him and extending her staff and opening the window into the principal's office. She heard Mr. Bug zip to the window and step inside with her.
Cataclysm.
She whispered under her breath, pressing her fingers into the screen of the computer. The monitor disintegrated, but no Akuma appeared.
What? Where's the Akuma?
Mr. Bug asked, sifting through the black powder even though he knew the Akuma couldn't be there.
Okay, well, I guess it's time for my lucky charm!
He threw his yo-yo in the air and watched as Dark Owl swooped in through the window and stole the lucky charm. Albert, enable the cage. Dark Owl spoke into a device. Suddenly, a cage dropped down onto them, and the ropes swung into action, tying their hands together and behind their back. They tried to pull away from the ropes, but realized they were attached to the floor. You fools! You won't defeat me a second time! Hoo-hoo! Dark Owl said menacingly. Lady Noir's ring beeped warningly.
I only have 4 minutes till I transform back.
She cried.
I already know your identity, princess.
Lady Noir still wasn't used to the new name, and she blushed. The floor opened, and they fell into a metal cargo box with no openings. They fell onto their butts, and Lady Noir groaned, hearing her ring beep again.
Wait, that means you probably only have the same amount of time too.
She heard Mr. Bug's earrings beep, but only proved her suspicions.
That means I'm gonna find out your identity.
Part of her was sick to her stomach, but she was excited to finally know who he was.
Just close your eyes when I transfer back.
Mr. Bug said, resting the back of his head on the back of her head. She nodded slightly.
Fair enough.
Even though Mr. Bug was usually the plan maker, he found himself asking,
Any ideas to get out?
Wait for me to transform again and I'll cataclysm this prison.
Mr. Bug smiled to himself.
Since when did you start coming up with good plans?
Lady Noir shrugged.
Guess you never took me seriously till you fell for me.
Her ring beeped once more, and Mr. Bug's earrings followed only seconds later. They waited the last 2 minutes out, and finally, Marinette's transformation wore off, and Plagg appeared from her ring.
Uh-oh. That means you'll change back any second.
Just close your eyes, princess.
Mr. Bug said as Marinette shut her eyes tightly. She felt his textured suit wither away, and she felt his warm skin against her own. Tikki flew above them into Plagg, who opened his mouth to speak, but Tikki covered his mouth. He glared at her. He flew past her and marked her.
Oh my god! Look, it's Adrien Agreste! Marinette! Adrien Agreste is Mr. Bug!
Marinette's eyelids flew open, a look of complete utter loss on her face.
Damn it, Plagg! We're trying to keep our identities a secret! No cheese for you!
Plagg's eyes widened.
Okay, I'm sorry, it's just... Tikki was telling me to be quiet, and I wasn't even talking, so I just had to. Just don't take away my precious cheese. Please, 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 please.
Okay! Fine, but only because I don't want to hear you whining.
Dang. I'm lucky he's not my Kwame.
Adrien chimed in.
So, it's you.
Marinette started.
Is that why you came to my house after my photo shoot? Because you knew I liked you?
Adrien was quiet for a moment.
Maybe. I really liked you, Marinette. I couldn't think of any way to tell you, so Nino told me to call you. I improvised. I'm so sorry for making that awkward.
No,
Marinette said.
thank you. Because if you didn't do that, then you would never have found out that I like you. Well, the other you. But then this would have never happened.
I love the fact that we're making up, but we're all still trapped in this cargo box.
Tikki interrupted. Marinette got ready to say the transforming words, but was interrupted by Plagg.
Don't you dare transform while I'm starving.
Oh, right. Tikki, there are some macarons in my pocket.
Adrien said, in which Tikki nodded and grabbed the macaron sticking out of his sweater pocket. Marinette followed Adrien's actions and said,
Plagg, there's some camembert in my bag.
Plagg dove into her bag and pulled out a wedge of cheese. He sniffed it longingly.
The room will start filling from the top with hot sauce. You'll die, slowly, painfully, but surely.
Dark Owl sat on the intercom speakers in the school. As soon as the message ended, sprinklers above them began spewing hot sauce. Marinette recoiled into Adrien as the hot sauce flowed down her entire body. The hot sauce rose fast. By the time Plagg took his first bite, it was up to their elbows.
Hurry, Plagg!
Marinette urged the black wommy, trying to rise herself over the hot sauce.
Don't rush me.
Plagg exclaimed, his mouth full of cheese. Marinette rolled her eyes as the hot sauce rose to their necks.
I'm about to transform, so you better hurry or you won't get cheese for a while.
Plagg took one final bite and swallowed it whole.
Okay, I'm done. Poor Cheese. I didn't have any time to enjoy you.
He thought.
Plagg, claws out!
Marinette exclaimed, her head tilted backwards to keep her head out of the hot sauce. In a flash of green, Marinette turned to Lady Noire and Adrien said behind her.
Use your nails to break through the rope.
She gasped for her final breaths of air.
Okay, hold your breath.
She held her breath and ducked her head under the hot sauce, her nails swiftly sawing through the ropes, binding their hands together. She was running out of air as she just finished cutting through the ropes, and they both pulled themselves to the top of the box where there was still a few inches of air. They gasped for air, choking on the hot sauce still flowing from the sprinklers.
Thank you. Tikki, spots on.
Adrien yelled, the red and black mask magically forming on his face.
Do your thing, milady.
Lady Noire stuttered.
Since when did you start calling me milady?
She asked.
I don't know.
He admitted, the hot sauce still rising.
It just felt familiar.
Lady Noire shrugged it off.
Cataclysm!
She yelled, pressing her palm to the walls of the cargo box. The metal walls turned to dust and it mixed with the hot sauce. Zarkov stared at them confused. But how did you get through the box?
Hey, you made it to the end. As you can tell, we originally made Reverse to have a lot of parallels from the original show, so that's why it's called Reversed. Funny thing about this part, the substance filling up the cargo box was originally supposed to be water, but while recording, we changed it to hot sauce because the original show used whipped cream, so the opposite of something sweet would be something spicy. Anyway, don't forget to check out our other series, The Broken Mirror, if you haven't already, and recommend our channel or podcast to your friends. Bye bye!